Let me show you something that happens to literally everyone in Power Automate. So here is my SharePoint list and I have got get items pulling from my SharePoint list. Now watch, when I add a compose action, click the input and add dynamic content. I click on priority. Watch what happens. Power Automate did not just insert the value, it wrapped my entire compose action inside a brand new apply to each loop. I didn't ask for this, I didn't build this. One click and my simple one action flow just become a loop. This is exactly how it happens in real flows, not because you choose a loop, but because you clicked a field that lives inside an array. And Power Automate assumed that's what you wanted. So this loop is completely unnecessary overhead. It runs slower, it's harder to read, and it hides the real logic inside a box. So today I am deleting this loop and I am going to show you the 5 ways to do the exact same things using plain expressions instead. Then at the end, I'll show you a real example of when you genuinely do need the loop, because sometimes you actually do. Let's build this with a real SharePoint list. So here is my SharePoint list. Support ticket. It contains 4 columns: title, which contains the ticket title, priority, status, and ticket owner. So in my flow, the first action is get items, which is pulling all rows from this list. I have set top count as 100. So let's see our first technique. So right now I need, what if I just want the very first ticket, not all of them. So how I'll achieve that? So before that, let's run this flow and see what get items return. Flow ran successfully and this is the output which is returned by the get items. So let me copy that and paste it in the notepad. So I go to the flow, click on plus icon, choose the compose action, and in the expression, I'll go to dynamic content, choose body, which return with the get items. And now if you see here, the title resides at body, value, and then title array. So what I'll write here, question mark, within quotes, I'll write here value. As I need only the first one, so I'll use function first so that it returns me the 0th index of an array, right? After that, I need title. So I'll write question mark and within quotes, I'll mention here title. Okay. So I click on add and save it. Let's rename this compose action to first title. Let's save and test this flow. Flow ran successfully. And if we click on the first title and scroll down, you can see the output is first title login issue. If you see here, our first ticket is login issue. Second is get all titles. So what if I want all the titles, all of them as a clean list? So this is where select action comes in. So I'll click on plus icon and choose the select action. In the from, I'll provide the array details. I click on expression and from dynamic content, I'll again choose the body, list of items. So body get underscore items. This will give the whole object. If you remember, this one is a whole object. So that will give the entire object and the value will provide an actually arrays of rows which contains the ticket details. So I'll write here again question mark in double quotes value. I'll click add and I will map the title field. So in the caption, I'll mention title and in the value, I'll click on expression. I will use item question mark double quotes. I'll mention here title. Click on add. Let's test this flow. Flow ran successfully. And if we see the output of this, let's click on select raw output. So we can see here, we have got all the titles in the array format. Perfect. So what if I want all these titles combined into one line, comma separated? So that will be useful for an email subject or a quick summary. Let's do that. So I just renamed this to get all titles and here I'll use the compose action and in the expression, I will use the join function. And within this function, I'll pass the output of get all titles. So I'll select the output and I'll separate it with the comma separated. Let's click on add and save. So let's test this flow. Our flow ran successfully. So let's see the output. So we got all the titles, comma separated, but that is not I want because you can see here titles got appended. So that's because this selection was still in the key value map mode. So which builds new objects, not the plain text. So let's fix that. I'll click on edit and in the get all titles, in the map mode, I will remove this and I'll switch to text mode and in the expression, I will write item question mark title. Let's save, and before that let me rename this to all comma separated titles. Let's test this flow. Flow ran successfully. Now let's see the output of all comma separated. So you can see here. So we got all the titles with clear comma separated string which can be reused. Fourth technique is filtering. Let's say I only care about high priority tickets. Let's do that. I'll click on plus icon and I will use the filter array. So from in the expression, I will again choose get items, body list of items, and the likewise I'll add here value, click on add, and in the filter query, I'll choose the dynamic expression and I'll get here this time priority item question mark priority. Click add. So here priority is equal to high. So I need only those tickets where priority is high. Let's check this filter array. So we got only those records where the priority is high. But I don't need these details. I need only three fields: title, status, and ticket owner. So let's get that. I'll click on edit. This time I will choose the select action. I'll click on plus and choose the select. So as an input array, I will provide the output for this one. Okay. So before that, let me rename this filter high priority, and the select I'll choose the output from this dynamic content, and filter higher priority. I'll choose the body, click on add, and here I will map the fields which I need. First I need the title. In the same way I'll get the title from the expression item question mark and double quotes. I'll provide title. I'll copy this, click add. In the second field I need status. In the expression I'll get status from here, click on add. In the third field I need ticket owner, and in the dynamic expression I'll paste this, and this I'll change to ticket owner. Click on add. Let's again test this flow. Let's see the output of this select. See the output. Now see, I have got a clean structured array of just high priority tickets that are ready for the next step. If you see here, we have three items: login issue, server down, and app performance issue. And if I check SharePoint item, we have three priority: login issue, server down, and app performance. Beautiful. If you'd like to learn Power Automate in a structured way, check out the link in the description. You will find more details about the complete Power Automate course. Now let's turn that filter data into an actual table. So the last action I have renamed to get higher priority tickets. So for that, let me add one more action, create HTML table. So I'll choose this one, create HTML table, and from I'll pick the output of our previous action, which is get higher priority tickets. So I'll pick this output. So here Power Automate will automatically read all the columns like title, status, and ticket owner from the data and builds the header for me. Let's run that. So flow ran successfully. So let's see the raw output of this HTML table. So let me copy that. So I'll paste over here. If you see that, this is a real table. Three columns: title, status, and ticket owner with the ticket header, and three rows, just the high priority tickets, built from raw JSON to a formatted table, and not a single apply to each loop anywhere in this entire process. Now let's sort tickets by title. For that, click on plus icon, choose compose, and in the input go to expression, and here I will use the sort function, and within that we will provide the title. So from dynamic content, I will choose output of get all titles. Now click on add, save. Now let's rename this to sort tickets by title. Let's test this flow. So flow ran successfully. Let's check the output of sort tickets by title. Click on show raw output. If you see here, all our ticket titles has been arranged alphabetically, right? So if you want the reverse order, we can also do that. So we need to use the reverse function. Let's try that out. So click on edit. So in the expression, just use the reverse function. So I'll wrap it, the entire expression, into the reverse. Click on update. Let's quickly test this out. Now let's click on sort tickets by title. If you go to the raw output, so you can see here the sorting has been reversed. Now it's a descending order. Still we have 0 loops. One more thing, what if I just want to check whether a specific ticket exists in the list without filtering the whole thing? So I'll use the contains function, and within contain function I will use the output of sort tickets by title, and I will deliberately type server down 1, which does not exist in my title. If you see the title, it says server down. So I have put server down 1 over here. So let's test this flow. I'll click on update and test. And if we check the output of the check if array exists, this is false. And if I fix the typo and instead of this, I'll fix this one down 1. So it should return true this time. So if you see the output here, this time it's true. So one expression instead check. So all these techniques and zero loops, does that mean apply to each is never the right choice? No. I want to actually show you where we actually require apply to each loop. Suppose I want to send a separate email to each ticket owner, not one combined email, an individual message per ticket to a different person each time. That's not reading the list anymore. And for that, there is generally no expression that replaces this. So to achieve that, let me add apply to each loop. I click on plus icon and search for apply to each. I go ahead and add this control, and from input, I'll choose the expression, and from dynamic content, so I'll choose body value. Click on add. Now here I need to send separate email for each ticket. So I'll go ahead and click on plus icon and search for send an email v2. So in the two, let me choose the dynamic content, and from here, so if I click on see more, I have the ticket owner. I'll go ahead and click on add. Ticket owner has been added. So in the subject, I will provide the ticket title. So from dynamic content, I will choose the ticket title, click on add, and body, just now I am just adding the title because we need to just see the for each loop title add. All right. So let's click and save. So now let's test this flow. So now this loop has been executed 6 times. So let's see that. I'll click here and see the raw input. So first message is sent to Tarun Malik, login issue, which is our first ticket. And if I'll scroll to second and see the raw input, so this is the second email which was triggered. So that means separate email for every single ticket, each one going to a different owner with its own subject line. 6 tickets, 6 email. So that is not something select or filter or join could ever do. So this is the one moment where looping through each item individually is actually the right call. Another use case is creating a planner task for each ticket, or sending a team notification for every ticket, or update each SharePoint item where you are acting on each item separately. That's exactly apply to each is built. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.